So I woke up the other day and I picked up my phone and grabbed a coffee, as one does, check some emails, some messages, get the day going, log on to Facebook. And to my surprise, my account has been disabled. Not suspended, disabled. No message, no notification, no email, no reason, just disabled. I thought that was kind of weird, so I tried to follow some prompts and nothing. I don't really know what's going on here. I started looking online and it looks like this is actually happening to a lot of people. Like probably thousands, probably tens of thousands, maybe millions of people. And I wanted to know your experience in this, but this I don't think is just a typical hack or wrong situation here, because the recovery, the recourse here is non-existent. So I wanted to just throw this out there and I wanted to see what you guys were doing and what your experiences with this were, because this is kind of weird, and the timing about this I wanted to talk a bit about as well. So first off, there is no recourse. I didn't get an email saying why my account was disabled. There's no notifications or any reasoning whatsoever. And it says you can appeal it, you have 30 days, but when you go to log in, it says your account's been disabled. So you get to this point of just circular insanity with nowhere to really go. Let's just take a step back here and look at what's going on. You can't log into Facebook. You can't ask somebody why, and there's no recourse or anybody to actually talk to about kind of getting your page back. This is a page, by the way, that I've had for about 15 years, since pretty much Facebook started. I deal with all my kids' stuff, a lot of business stuff on there, Marketplace, Messenger, memories of lost ones. Like, it's just a place where you go and see your whole life. And now all of a sudden somebody's decided, or maybe AI most likely has decided that, well, this isn't working out for you, so you're gone. And that is a little bit scary, because when you go to look for help, it doesn't exist. You got to start going through all these weird channels and stuff. It's very convoluted. Also, if you go to make another account, which I did try to kind of, get back on and see about some of my kids' stuff and organizing this and that, well, you can't, because they require facial recognition all of a sudden. So literally you can't make another account. So it's kind of like they just flipped a switch and said, you're canceled, which is absolutely wild to me. If you look at what's going on and what's at stake here with a lot of these governments pushing authoritarian laws and regulations and stuff, it seems like they're eroding our freedoms and our values and kind of teaming up with these big guys. And let's be honest, if they wanted to, they could just flick a switch and take away a lot of the things that we take for granted. And that's kind of the road that we're trending down, and it is a scary one. This has kind of been a wake-up call for me, showing me the fragility of everything involved. And of course, the big topic right now is digital IDs. It's happening in Europe in a lot of cases. And this just goes to show, if you get power consolidated in the hands of a few, it can be really scary, really dangerous. If you speak out, if you say the wrong thing, and remember, they dictate what the wrong thing is. They get to switch you off. Not just your social media, but your banking, your power, your internet, your car, all of these things. And this is really something to really think about. Do we want to give away our rights and freedoms to a few people at the top that, let's be honest, don't have our best interests in mind? So I want to know, first of all, if this has happened to you, where do you live? Drop it down in the comments, and what, if anything, you're able to do about this, because there's a couple things that aren't really making sense to me right now. And I wanted to talk a bit about how I see things moving forward here and why it's a little bit dystopian and scary. So I'm somebody who's not afraid to talk about a lot of issues going on in our world, and I share this on my Facebook page like a lot of people. In Canada here, we have the news banned online for some reason, but you can share clips of the news, and there are a few workarounds. So I'm often posting and bringing awareness to a lot of the things that I feel are worth talking about and worth debating and really looking into a lot of the time. Okay, and that's my right as a Canadian and as somebody living in a free country to have freedom of speech and to talk about these things and to bring them to light. And right now, it kind of feels like I was censored or silenced. I did just post a political view of a news article that did show our current government doing a few things that, well, weren't good. And the next morning, my account's gone. Now, we know that Facebook has kind of colluded with governments in the past few years to basically censor millions of people, and they have admitted to that, and they basically gave us a big old sorry. But I'm kind of wondering what's going on here in mass. This has really been a big wake-up call. I will update you guys on if I am able to find some resolution, but this whole thing, and just looking at the thousands of people who are having similar things happen for particularly no reason, it's kind of wild. So again, if you have a workaround, if you have had success or maybe not, let me know down in the comments, guys. I wanted to just drop this video out there just to kind of share my experience, and hopefully Facebook sees it and can explain what's going on and maybe offer some better solutions to people who are kind of stuck in this place. This circular login, but you actually can't log in to appeal with really nowhere to go is kind of crazy. And for a multi-billion-dollar corporation, I think a bit more is expected, especially given the last few years and what's unfolded. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.